I am a diabetic. I have very, very dry skin because of that on my legs. And one day I scratched it, and the next day it was real sore. Well, I got sore and sore up my leg, and finally, about 3 days later, my daughter said, "Mom, I think you have cellulitis in that leg. I think you better get to the doctor." And I didn't listen to her. And so I waited a couple more days until I couldn't walk on that leg. And at that point, they carried me to the hospital. Well, the last thing I remember is walking through those doors because I was in such horrific pain. They immediately started me on Dilaudid. And that was the last I remember for a week. They worked on this horrific infection, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse. Even with the medication, I wasn't getting blood flow to that leg. So they sent me to the wound clinic. Dr. Ritzy worked on it, looked at it, and he said, "I'm going to give it a couple more weeks, and then we're going to have to do something a little more." Well, a couple weeks later, it was still the same, maybe even a little worse. And it wasn't just an open sore. It was an open sore that big, but it was a crater into my leg. And that's why Dr. Curl didn't think it would heal, because he didn't think tissue would fill into that crater hole. Well, I came here, and finally Dr. Ritzy said, he says, "I think it's time." And I said, "For what?" He said, "The hyperbaric chamber. It's beautiful, cool in there. You're breathing 100% oxygen. They're actually taking you down to a depth of, I think it was 33 feet, but they do it so gradually I felt nothing. And after the first adjustment that Jerry made to take me further, I don't remember anything else. He'd wake me up when it was done. I did my 20 treatments like he asked me to do, and it had started to close up within a day or so. The wound quit weeping, and it had started to close up, and after 20 treatments, it went from that size to about that size. And he looked at it, he says, "I just think we need 10 more. He says, you have good blood flow in your leg now, but I just think we need to work on it a little more." When I came out after the 30th treatment, my wound was that big. From that big, and a crater in my leg. It's just incredible too. The people, the clinic, it's out of this world. I would not have this leg or my kidneys if it wasn't for these doctors, Dr. Javid, and this hospital. Would I recommend this place? With all my heart and soul, I would, because I know that these shoes are on my feet today because I came here. I just threw myself in their care, and it was the smartest thing I ever did.